Comrades, I have some questions from my generation. There is a question we ask ourselves, but we do not have an answer. And it so happens that here, we can air our dirty laundry because we feel like family. We feel like family in the sense that Russia is also a family for Africa. It is a family because we share the same history. Russia made enormous sacrifices to liberate the world from Nazism during the Second World War. The African peoples, our grandfathers, were also forcibly deported to help Europe rid itself of Nazism. We share the same history in the sense that we are the forgotten peoples of the world. Whether in history books, documentaries, or films, often overlook the significant role that Russia and Africa played in this fight against Nazism. Currently, we are here to talk about the future of our peoples, about what will happen tomorrow, about the free world we aspire to, a world without interference in our internal affairs. We have the same perspectives, and I hope that this summit will be an opportunity to forge very good relations for a better future for our peoples. The questions that my generations are asking are the following, if I may summarize. It is not understanding how Africa, with so much wealth on our soil, with a generous nature, abundant water, abundant sunshine, Africa is today the poorest continent. Africa is a hungry continent. And how is it that we are heads of state traveling the world begging? These are questions we are asking ourselves, and for which we have no answers so far. We have the opportunity to forge new relationships. And I hope that these relationships can be the best to provide a better future for our peoples. My generation also asked me to say that, due to this poverty, they are forced to cross the ocean to try to reach Europe. They die in the ocean. As for Burkina Faso, today we have been facing for more than 8 years the form of manifestation, the most barbaric, the most violent form of neo-colonialism, of imperialism. Slavery still seeks to impose on us. Our predecessors have taught us one thing well. The slave who is not capable of assuming his revolt does not deserve pity for his fate. We will not rely on our fate. We do not ask anyone to rely on our fate. The Burkinabe people have decided to fight against the underdevelopment that hinders their progress. In this struggle, brave peoples, courageous populations have committed to taking up arms against terrorism, what we have indeed called the VDP, the volunteers. We are surprised to see the imperialists label these VDP as militias and all sorts of names. It's disappointing because in Europe, when people take up arms to defend their homeland, they are called patriots. Our grandfathers were deported to save Europe. It was not with their consent, against their will. And indeed, upon their return, we well remember that in Traore, when they wanted to claim their basic rights, they were massacred. That doesn't matter then. When we, the people, decide to defend ourselves, we are labeled as militias. But that's not the problem here. The problem is seeing African heads of state who contribute nothing. To these people who are fighting, but who sing the same tune as the imperialists, by labeling us as militias, thus calling us men who do not respect human rights. What human rights are we talking about? We are outraged by this, and it is shameful. We African heads of state must stop behaving like puppets that dance every time the imperialists pull the strings.